I'm gonna name a couple things, and you guys are gonna tell me the best and the worst of those things.
Okay.
And if you have your own ideas for best or worst things, let me know.
Go on.
man.
So, best or worst meats.
Steak.
Filet mignon. Although you guys said what, lamb is better than steak?
Lamb's underrated. But
Lamb
it's
is
not-
better than beef, but a good steak is better than lamb chops.
Okay.
I've got a Kobe Wagyu New York strip in my freezer right now that I paid like $75 for. Very excited to eat that steak. It's small, it's tiny, but it's going to be delicious and it's going to melt in my mouth.
gonna be great.
We used to have filet mignon. It was expensive to me because it was like $35, and our supplier dried up.
So, well, no wonder they're selling it for you know,
Maybe that's the issue.
those
Yeah.
prices. What's the worst meat?
Shrimp.
Shrimp, really.
I'm
I
not
think
with you
shrimp's
on
pretty
shrimp.
good.
Yeah. Worst.
I just love
meat.
all meats. This is hard for me.
Yeah.
Goat is good. Fucking and let's what raccoon.
People say venison is bad. I've never
Oh,
had
they're
it.
wrong.
like
Venison's
Oh,
tasty.
probably like tilapia, like some bland fish that only has the flavor that you cook
You know
into
what
it.
I was gonna? Lobster is overrated. Now I like lobster. It's really halfway just a butter shovel, if I'm honest. But lobster itself doesn't bring a lot to the party. I like its consistency. Its texture is pretty good, but yeah, lobster's really it's not a king of meat.
Yeah, it's not that great.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of shrimp. That's
Best meat, obviously beef. Worst, those fish that suck. What's the best and worst sex positions? To give you a second to think, my worst would be standing in the shower,
That is a good one.
and best would be doggy.
I want some sort of like on the side, like lying on our side in bed doggy, because that's
Lazy fucking. That's a good one
Lazy.
too. I like that, where you're on your side and you just have to work like half your body.
yes, it's very easy, but you're getting all of the benefits of doggy, and you can really get some leverage in, and you can grab stuff from that position, and you can choke. Or pull hair, or whatever you want to do. Fish hook, you get the fish hook.
Can you imagine that if you were like, now be forewarned, I'm a rough lover, and then you get in there and you
Both
fish hook her,
hands.
and oh, there's an elbow to the back of the.
Is it safe?
This isn't UFC.
Is it safe?
Yeah, what I'll call a big spoon, I think Kyle is describing, is really good. A variation on that where you're kind of like an X is also really good. But I was going to pick on bottom. I know it's a bit of classic, just cowgirl, but, you know, the view is one to be appreciated. I like watching the bouncy boobs in the bottom show as well. It's all good to me. It's pretty lazy. I think I like that, perhaps.
Totally.
Yeah, and I guess one of the things that I find really erotic is her enthusiasm. So when she's on top, that's kind of like assured. Whereas, you know, a lot of other positions, like if she's just the receiver, that doesn't ooze enthusiasm to me.
And what would the worst one be?
Standing in the shower is hard to beat. Standing in the pool is the same damn thing.
There's a 3-second period between starting standing shower sex and when you think, how much longer do I have to do this before we can go somewhere comfortable? Like immediately, you know, it's not fun for more than a minute at most.
Yeah, I don't
You
want
feel
to
like you're gonna slip. You're stressed out.
This is the lovely
I don't
woman
have a- I
who
don't have a
just brought
pad.
me my second coffee and didn't beat me once. That I'm going to talk. A lot of it has to do with lube on entry. You know, if she's 3/4 of the way there in bed, you can just kind of, I don't know, smear it around or so and make it good. 3/4 of the way there, yeah. You never done that with the head. If that is the case in the pool, it doesn't get better from there.
All right, I had something else I wanted to jump to, but I want
Are
to wait
you
for
out
Kyle
of
to get back.
top and bottom rated things? Did we do them
Oh,
all? I think
no,
I cleaned for a while. I don't know where that
we
went.
did. We did meats and sex positions. I was gonna do candies and holes on a woman. I thought I'd go two very disparate angles on that one. So we'll start with candy then. Reese's is the #1 candy. That's not an opinion; it's a fact. And the worst candies are Good and Plenty.
Okay, the best candy is a Snickers. There's a reason it's been around so long. And the worst candy, wow, Good and Plenty is good.
Yeah, those are so terrible.
Yeah.
Even like that's the only thing that was stocked in stores in 1930. You know, like,
It's like, are these Mike and Ike's? Oh no, they're not the Mike and Ike's. Oh, they're Mike and Ike imposters. These are the worst candies.
Prank Mike and Ike's, like that you would give to someone you didn't like.
Worst candy might be worse than Good and Plenty's. What is the name of it? Hold on, I'm gonna come up with it.
Oh, bottle caps.
Those is Bamboozled jelly beans. Are you familiar with these?
No, I haven't looked those.
Okay, so Bamboozled jelly beans, it's kind of a game. You spin it and you choose a color. And let's say it's white. It's either going to be vanilla or sour milk. It could be green, right? This might be lime. It might be lawn clippings. Could be anyone's guess. Clippings. There's barf. There are some awful bamboozled flavors. And if you come over, my son will really want to play it with you.
It's like I never ate them, but I remember when these were big, those Harry Potter jelly beans, where like they tasted like weird shit, like grass or stuff. And I never understood my friends eating them. Like I was never into Harry Potter, so that might be why. But they'd be like, "Oh, I got the." Look at like the fucking, reference sheet. Like I got the one that tastes like my dad's ass. And it's like, oh, this is terrible. And I'm like, why are you guys eating that? They sell like Jelly Belly makes good jelly beans. Well, jelly beans on their own are really not. That's what I dislike most about Reagan. If he was gonna have candy on his desk, you're the president. Don't be a bitch. Don't get jelly beans. Put some Snickers in there. Put some little mini Milky Ways. Some little Twix. Little individual Reese's peanut butter. Oh, you know what?
I can
dislike
remember
about
flavors. I think it's interesting.
Okay.
Barf, buttered popcorn, chocolate pudding, juicy pear, moldy cheese. Stinky socks, toothpaste, berry blue, canned dog food. Coconut, lawn clippings, peach, spoiled milk, tutti fruities, boogers, caramel corn, dead fish, lime, rotten egg, strawberry banana smoothie. So you look at it and you're like, I don't know what it's going to be. Either caramel corn or dead fish. And...
something about candy that makes me irrationally frustrated, like upset, is when, like, if people call it Reese's instead of Reese's, that's fine. You can call it Reese's and be an idiot. But when people go, I love Reese's Pieces, it's like, even if it's called Reese's, it doesn't change the word pieces. Like, it doesn't become Reese's Pieces. It'd be Reese's Pieces. But it makes more sense to just be Reese's Pieces. Right? Like, that's why they had it said that way? Like,
I think I said Reese's Pieces as a child, though.
Yeah, I know, but I remember there was this...
If Taylor was my dad, he would have beaten me.
I remember I was like 7 in first grade. We'd all gotten our Halloween candy, and this girl was like, oh, who wants to trade their Reese's Pieces to me? And, like, that must have been the first time in my life I formulated the word, what a retard, in my head. Where I was like, it's clearly Reese's, So,
are you doing like best and worst of candy?
Yes, best and worst of candy, and then we're doing a slightly different one.
Yeah, my favorite candy, like I said last week, is the Reese's miniatures. That's my favorite candy, definitely. And the worst candy is probably candy corn. I really don't like candy corn. I really, and there's like a whole bunch of things that are made of the same shit as candy corn, that waxy gummy stuff.
Circus peanuts. Those are terrible.
That's worse than candy corn. Circus penises are
the
circus penises.
Circus penises.
Oh, and one thing that's definitely
I'd rather suck a carny's dick than eat it.
And he just put a Ferris wheel together, and he's been in the sweltering sun all day. I'll suck it down before I eat that circus peanut. But one of the most overrated candy, edible underwear. I don't know if you've ever partaken of the edible underwear. They're essentially fruit by the foot, but stale because they've been in a plastic package in a sex store for the last 16 years. And they don't come in a variety of flavors. There's just strawberry, and it's just a surefire way for her to get a yeast infection, for you to get sick to your stomach about a quarter of the way through the next sex act, and just everything gets sticky and they're not tasty. I don't get it. I don't understand the people who use flavored lubricants.
Yeah,
or
I tried that. Never edible underwear.
I can understand flavored condoms, honestly. If you're going to be, first of all, if you're sucking somebody's dick, but you still think a condom is required, you better be a prostitute. But second of all, like, if you are a prostitute, why not have a little strawberry into the mix, right? Like I can understand that. I get that.